Hey guys, it's Marcy here. The reason that I'm vlogging today is because I got some products in the mail. Very nice. So, uh, Darla contacted me, and surprisingly, what's interesting is that when there are posts in Facebook that talk about or ask about recommendations, I truly, truly appreciate friends and family that always highlight my name, and I see it, and then I thank them, and then I put my information. The ones that I have got have actually been surprisingly great. People that love photography, people that are looking, that are serious enough, and what have you. And it's not necessarily quantity for me, but quality. So I get a kick out of that. So I just wanted to thank everybody that has ever referred me, especially via Facebook. That happens because if you've ever been um, a witness to those type of posts, oh my God, everybody and their uncle starts posting, and everybody's a photographer or whatever the recommendation is. So to be chosen between, yourself and 50, 60 recommendations, I mean, I'm floored. So this particular client of mine, her name is Darla, and I'm going to show you her picture in a second. And you would not believe this woman is a grandmother, let alone that she has five grandchildren. One, two, three. Yeah, five grandchildren. I had it right. And so all her grandchildren were going to come into town on a particular day. And unfortunately, the photographer that she originally hired was double booked or something, couldn't make it and what have you. And so, hence, I come into the scene and save the day. Ha ha ha. Had a really great rapport with her. I think it was wonderful that she wanted to have a portrait done with all her grandchildren. I myself have four boys. I recently became a grandmother. It'll be almost 2 years. And even though he's in San Diego, I think about him all the time. And, I think it's great that you want to record that, and I would probably too. As soon as I get more grandchildren, or just with him when I'm in town. So I could really and truly appreciate that. And so we met at a park in Coconut Creek, Tradewinds Park? No, Sable Pines Park. And we just walked around and found a beautiful spot. And what's really interesting about this particular photo that she picked, her collection came with me coming out there for an hour to shoot. Obviously, the group photos were done right away. And when I say right away, we were finished, and we had 45 minutes left. So I got the group siblings, the kids together, individually with grandma, things like that. So there was a different type of variety so that Darla can, choose exactly what she wants and stuff. So against my better judgment, when I first walked around the park, I did arrive early to, kind of scout out the place. Even though it was really familiar, you should never get used to being in a place and saying, all right, this is the go-to photograph site. You should always try to keep your ideas fresh and new. So I'm walking around. I did see a just golden hour. Oh my God, it was like beautiful golden hour. And I took the easy route. I went into a shaded area where trees were joining one another like this. It was really nice. And there's a little walkway. I sat a blanket down, and I got a softbox, and I took what's considered safe pictures. And they came out great. The lighting was perfect. Kids were on point and what have you. And it wasn't necessarily that the kids were misbehaving. They weren't. But Darla knew her grandkids. And about 40 minutes into it, she's like, we're done. Like, she could start seeing okay, now they're starting to get a little rowdy. And trust me, I get it. I have children. So what ended up happening is that we all exited that area out, and we started saying the pleasantries. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And saying, goodbye to the kids, and telling the kids, thank you so much for, doing what you did, and these pictures are going to come out great, blah blah blah. So I was talking to Darla, and she looked up, and the sun was just giving her a beautiful glow, a beautiful yummy light. And I was so hesitant because this is a type of light and this is a type of photography that I truly love. It's just natural light. And that's the best light at the end of the day. You can learn techniques. You can learn how to use a flash. You can learn where to place a flash and at what power and all this and all that. But honestly, natural light, it's just the best. So as I was talking to her, the golden hour was starting to come down, and and it just radiated with her. And again, I was so close to saying, okay, nice to meet you. But technically, they had me for an hour. Technically, we were done in 45 minutes. And I was so thankful that Darla said, okay. But I interrupted to whatever she was saying. I go, can I just get one more photo? And they all agreed, and they all sat down, and they took a photo. And that was the type of light that I get crazy over, that I just love. So we took the photos, and then we exchanged pleasantries, hugs, and kiss, and, pictures will be ready at this time, what have you. And so I got to the car, and I saw the preview, and I was like, oh my gosh. Here we were, we spent half an hour doing, the setup, the portrait setup with the softbox and the speed light and everything, and getting all that done. And then at the last minute, because I listened to my intuition, and I'm so glad I did, because I don't always listen to it, we got this. What was ironic was the fact that she's allowed, her collection came with an enlargement. And so the enlargement was a 16 by 20 that she chose. And the one that she ended up choosing was my favorite. And it was the very last photograph. So I thought that was ironic. So, whoops. So you can't tell me that yummy light, isn't that wonderful? So anyway, so that's what she ended up picking. And literally when I got the email that Darla, my photo server tells me when you pick a favorite, what have you, literally laughed out loud when I got the email and saw the preview, what she picked. I'm like, so, but it was nice. The other photographs came out wonderful. They truly did. And I hope she loved them too. But I was just really happy she chose the one that was in golden hour, like, the beautiful light. So I'm going to deliver this to her either today or tomorrow. And she'll have a picture of her and her grandchildren all together. So I just wanted to share that with you. Please, families, when you have people together, whether it be an outing or during the holidays, I know it's chaotic. I know it's a pain in the butt. When I saw the kids and how beautifully they were dressed and how the boys wanted to go and run around and get dirty and stuff and what have you, I get it. It takes a lot of effort. But trust me, when it happens, it's so worth it because you get a beautiful photograph at the end of the day. I highly recommend it. Would I love for you to hire me as a photographer to do your family session? Absolutely. But if you don't, I still want you to do it, and I still want you to get somebody, because every time frame is precious, and those little boys were small, and when they get older and they're going to see that photograph, and everything of every aspect of it, it's so important to do that. And even more importantly, print the photos, display them in your home. That's what makes a house a home, is those beautiful family photographs. So this is my office here. So I don't know if you see, it's a photograph of me and my father for his 50th anniversary. My friend Amy Vu took a picture of that from Snaps Photography, and that's nice. And then that one over there, that's a picture of me and my husband on our wedding day. This is when the kids were younger. That's sweet. But I have stuff hanging up, like this photograph right here, the black and white one right there. That's a cute photo. That's a great capture that actually my son did, that I enlarged. And then let me see if I can get, hold on a second. This photograph right here. This is a picture of my sister and myself. And the reason that we're looking to the side, somebody came over and they set up a little photo studio at our house when we were living in Miami. We were young. I would say I was about maybe 3 years old here. Maybe, around that age. The previous pictures are us just looking at the camera. And I remember asking years later, why were we looking that way? And my mom had said, because your father did something funny that they got little smiles out of it. So I'll always remember that every time I take a look at this photo. I always chuckle because my dad always makes us laugh. So that's, you know, but you know, in a society of minimalism, and trust me, I'm all for it. I think that we carry too many possessions, you know, worldly possessions that clog us up, clog our life. I get it. But I think sometimes people take it too much to the extreme that they don't make it, you know, pictures are the heart and soul of your home. It identifies who you are and who you love and who you're a part of. And it's just to walk into someone's home, I think that's my first thing, is I look for family photos, because then I get to see the person as that, a person, not a client, not, you know, what have you. So after this video, you hearing me talk, I'm going to show you the other pictures as well as the last picture, little slideshow and stuff. It'll be quick, I promise. So, but thank you always for watching. Thank you for commenting and liking all my pictures and posts, and thank you for referrals and stuff, and just thank you. All right, thanks again.